date.
Alright ninjas, it's right now time for the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge once again to become a super mangaka. To improve your manga skills, drawing skills, go beyond. So today's suggestion is girl eyes, suggested by Ninjakees, to practice these eyes and to become better in drawing the eyes. Alright ninjas, let's pick up the pen and let's start drawing. Let's go. Yes! Let's start the eyes. Let's get it rolling. Alright, so today's suggestion by Ninjakees is to draw the girl's eyes. Girl eyes for the 1 hour manga drawing practice, and today we're gonna draw the girl eyes. I'm gonna draw how I draw, and to practice that with reference that I searched on Google Images and maybe a bit of Pinterest here and there. And here practicing the eyes, and then also practicing this and also be able to apply it to manga, or at least improve your eyeball drawing skills. So it can be applied to manga as well. So I'm here still figuring out if we should stylize it a bit or
Just do it!
you know, prepared that you can also apply to your manga drawings. So now I'm gonna keep it a bit more realistic. And also we have a time limit, that's 1 hour, or sometimes it may be a little bit more. So it's sometimes a bit of a rush job. You cannot stay too long with one drawing because it's also a practice thing. It's not a final piece. It's not like it's supposed to be like for a final product or art piece, or it's a practice, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You can strive for perfection in a limited amount of time, of course. Like when I was working on Party Time, the one shot, I saw also errors here and there. Like that, I thought that could be improved, which I did mostly, but maybe like maybe in the end you can always improve something, but the thing is with that is a problem that then you will keep going on for too long. So that's why it's also important to set deadlines. But yeah, like you want to give a good final product or art piece, right? Or a final thing. But at some point you have to just draw the line and let's say it's done. Because else you keep lingering on for too long on one single piece, and that's then you're 80 years old and you're in your grave and it's still not done. So that's also not handy, because you have only so much time in a lifetime. So then again, the quality needs to be there in a way. Like if you look like at the weekly shonen manga, like Dragon Ball, One Piece, well not Dragon Ball anymore, but like One Piece. What's going on now? My Hero is already finished. Jujutsu Kaisen are finished. Chainsaw Man maybe, and some other long-running ones, but they have to produce weekly, like about 18 pages, and per week it just needs to be done. Okay, there are moments sometimes when they don't have enough time, and you sometimes see them having in the weekly Shonen Jump, like it's printed a bit sketchy. I think it happened with My Hero Academia and also One Piece. I think all of them have it as such, because it's really hard to do that every single week. You know, they're literally sacrificing their lives for making manga to you know, produce weekly, and it has to be entertaining in that certain period of time. So they have to get the best out of it with a limited amount of time. Okay, some of the people that already made a big name, of course, they or have health issues, and they already proven themselves over the years. They can maybe get some slack here and there. Like if you look like at Togashi from Hunter x Hunter, you know, he has health issues, and then but he already proven himself, and they know he's like you know, one of the geniuses of making weekly shonen manga. Well, not weekly anymore, but for what he already has done, you know, he has proven himself already, and now he can get some more slack. But yeah, he's also sick, so you know, health issues happen a lot of times with making a weekly manga. So that's also not a good thing in a way. But yeah, that's yeah. Else you wouldn't get them weekly, and you know, that's the current system over there. And they have to every week they have to like every week they have to execute it and prove themselves for the charge, for the rankings. It's like Holland's Got Talent or America Got Talent or whatever. And if your series is not good or they got low rankings, then you will be cancelled. So it's like a bit of stress if you have to do that every week. But the point is like deadlines in this case. They have deadlines. They have to do it every week. That's the point. So how good are you each week? And that's yeah, really hard or not easy at all. And yeah, but basically, you know, at some point you'd have to draw a line and say it's done. But yeah. And when you make that, maybe by practicing that, you also get most likely more efficient skills per week to do things. Like I saw a lot of popular posts recently of the creator of Jujutsu Kaisen, Gege something, I forgot his name right now. But he also used like 3D models for his manga. For the poses, so you make rough sketches and then has some 3D models to do the poses, so it's anatomically correct, the gesture and all that, and then inks over it, the sketch over it, or yeah, then inks the correct lines over it. So the 3D stuff in that case is like a tool to have more efficiency, especially with digital drawings these days. It's easier to do the 3D in there. Also with party time, when I was a bit stuck with some of the, well, at least there was one scene specifically that I know, that I also used some 3D stuff to get the composition correct and the 3D space to get it a bit more clear to myself. So it can definitely help with making manga to have some 3D stuff. And yeah, in a way you might say it's cheating or something, but it's also efficiency. Like I drew all the pages traditionally, but I also drew stuff digitally, because for me it was also more efficient or easier to fix certain things faster. Like if I would had to do everything traditional, then I might not have been done yet, because like there are definitely benefits drawing digital as well. Even though like originally I mostly wanted to do it traditional, and that is just, if you draw traditional, that it's good traditionally, you know, like that you, when you finish inking a page, that it's just done and you don't have to fix anything anymore. But in my case it was not the case. Maybe there were a few things that I did not fix. There are definitely a few pages that I did not fix, but there are also quite a bit of pages where I thought, yeah, this can be drawn better. So that's what I did. And with some of the pages you can, at least I can see that it's way better, at least in my personal opinion. Maybe you don't have the same opinion, but for example, I had like this background page, and the first time I was rushing it a bit for the 100 Tezuka work, for example, and then I redrew the page, so the background I think now looks way better than the first version. So it's not like the idea was there, and it was sort of finished, but it was a bit of a rush job. But it does not mean you cannot improve it later on, so yeah. Like let's say you have like whatever skill you have at the moment, you can still draw what you want and then always later improve it. So it's better to have something to work with than have nothing to work with, I guess, or at least, yeah. Then you have something proven and then you can improve upon it. So you can, like, let's say you want, yeah, you can make earlier versions and then improve it for the later ones. And that's, yeah, that happens with many things. Also with like movie pilots and such. Like you had like Avatar: The Last Airbender. They first made a pilot in South Korea before Avatar: The Last Airbender became a series. So they made this pilot to test the waters with the audience, which is, it was aired on Nickelodeon of course, and it was kids. So they made the pilot first to check it out if it's if people if the kids would even want it, you know. And then later they made the series and made it better. So yeah, like in your own fields, it doesn't always have to be perfect right away. Then again, if you go print it, well, then I think it needs to be done. Of course, you can have more print versions of your story as a final book, a product, because in the end you make a product. If you make manga books, let's say, a story. But yeah, if it goes to the printer, like there are cases where people, where things are being fixed with printing, right? So, for example, sometimes, or there are times where maybe there's some misprints or wrongly translated, like they get a manga from Japan, and then in the West, the English translators, they didn't correctly translated everything yet, and then they had to fix the translations in the reprints. Like let's say you have a let's say some characters are in a way translated, but what the character says in that translation is not the intention of the character at all. So let's say Goku becomes Super Saiyan in manga, and then in the translation they say he becomes I don't know, super, not super, but he becomes Mega Chad, or I don't know, I just say something that's not it, but and then the translation is not correct, and then they have to fix it, you know. This is example, it's not like that happened with Dragon Ball, but you know, just a little yeah, in the printing stage, it's like the final printing stage. I think then in that stage it definitely needs to be a final. Of course, can also sometimes be reprinted, but yeah. Like, okay, you have to understand that, like with Weekly Shonen Jump, it's like, well, it's like in the name weekly. So, but in those, that's printed cheap as. So it's like with really low quality paper printed. So it's supposed to be thrown in the trash after you have read the compilation of stories. So if you don't know this, but Weekly Shonen Jump has like a physical book that comes out weekly with many manga stories in there weekly. That it's published in Japan and then also in the store, like at 7-Eleven, the grocery stores, Family Mart and all that. So you can pick up this thick phone book sized book with all different types of manga stories, the ones you know, or the famous ones, Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball, everything. Well, not Dragon, but the ones that I don't know all the ones that is currently weekly running over there, but you get the point, right? But these are weekly printed in the stores. But the thing with these are, this is cheap paper. It's cheap quality paper, and it's supposed to be thrown away after you read it. And if the series becomes successful enough, it will get a book, a separate book for only that series with about 10 chapters, 200 pages, which is called a tankobon. So these tankobons are higher quality books. But you have to understand that if you have a weekly series and you have to produce this weekly, there will be errors. So sometimes in Weekly Shonen Jump, the weekly thick phone book edition, sometimes you have like, for example, One Piece or My Hero Academia, where the manga is printed a bit sketchy, or where it's not completely finished, but they have to meet the deadline for that week, and then sometimes there's still errors in this stage of this printing stage. So, but for the tankobon, the physical, the book specifically for a separate series that is successful enough to get its own book, a tankobon, then the artist can still fix errors for that book. So if you look at like, let's say My Hero Academia or One Piece that was printed in Weekly Shonen Jump, and then you compare it to the tankobon edition, then you can see the improvement of certain panels or pages that they had to rush in the weekly stage, but in the tankobon stage they were able then to fix those errors, and then in the final book, specifically the volume for that series, it does get the final stage in print. So yeah, there comes a lot with making manga, and but basically the point is like that sometimes even though you don't make the first deadline, you have a second deadline. I remember on school, like you had this deadline, the teachers set like this deadline, right? So yeah, like I was on 2D animation school and also other school, but then you had like this deadline to fix your assignments, you know, your art assignments or whatever, and then when you did not meet the deadline, there was a secret deadline. So yet another shot to make your assignment in time. Of course, with Weekly Shonen Jump, well, it does get printed in the store, so, but that's a heavy case. I mean, how many of you actually have that right now? Yeah, if you have to keep with that work ethic, well, yeah, it's definitely not easy at all. But yeah, drawing the eyes. Yeah, I was listening a bit also to Felipe Smith, a creator that went to Japan for making manga, and he was successful there. But yeah, you literally get sick from it because you work non-stop on manga only. No private stuff you can do, or yeah, but you have to meet the deadlines. So yeah. But of course you don't have to be in Weekly Shonen Jump to make manga. Only the top 1% will make it. Anyways, how's it going over there, ninjas? What did you do today? Also today we watched the first episode of Sakamoto Days. I already knew about the manga, but I've never really gotten into it. So I thought like, oh, let's just check the first episode of the anime that came out not so long ago. And I have to say the anime is really well made. It looks amazing. Like the quality of the animation, the backgrounds, everything, the art style. And the art style, of course, is to do with the manga. I already knew, I saw some of the pages, but I've not really read it yet. But it looks really nice. Yeah, it's basically Sakamoto Days is about hitman. I had to think a bit about John Wick for some reason when I watched the anime, because John Wick is also a hitman and all that, or was a hitman, retired. But in this case, the main character Sakamoto, or what's his face? Sakamoto. Something with, yeah, Sakamoto is one of his surname or his first name. Anyways, yeah, his name is one of his names is Sakamoto, and he was this really awesome looking dude. He was in his younger years. He was this legendary hitman. Well, he still is, I suppose. But then he found a family with a wife and got a kid, and he became older and he got fat. And he was part of this hitman organization. But you cannot leave it, and if you leave, you get killed by them, or they were hunting him. And if this other dude that looks like Sanji from One Piece with the blonde hair and well dressed. But yeah, this Sakamoto that became fat, he has now a different look a bit with a mustache and all that. But he's still rocking it, like he still has the skills as a hitman. And yeah, so far it's a fun, was a fun episode. I want to see more of it. I've not really read the manga yet. Maybe I shouldn't. Like with some anime, like some anime have manga, but then I prefer to watch the anime. It really depends on what though. I've said this 1,000 times already. Maybe you have it too, but it depends on the situation though. Some stuff I prefer to watch in anime, other things more the manga. Like for example, Oyasumi from Junji Ito. I think it's better to watch his or read his stories in the manga format than the anime. I think I watched an anime of his. It was animated, but it was a bit shitty. Like it's supposed to give this horror vibe, and it's a horror manga, so. But if it's not translated well enough, or at least sometimes the original source I think is better than the adaptation. But yeah, it really depends on the situation. Like with Attack on Titan, I prefer to watch the anime than reading the manga. Even though the manga is basically the storyboard for the anime. Of course, they have to transform the manga to a TV screen, because manga panels aren't the same shape as a TV screen. Well, not always. Like you have maybe some panels that resemble a TV screen, like 1920 or a 4K shaped size, but in general, manga panels are not that shape, so therefore the anime people, creators, have to translate the manga to the anime format, the medium, the animation medium, which yeah, takes also some time, of course. Like I worked at this anime studio in Japan years ago, and one of the main dudes, he was like the key guy. He had to like translate the manga to anime. So you have So you literally have, as an animator, you have the books, and then you have to make a storyboard and make the key scenes to anime format from manga. That it works in anime, you know. But with Sakamoto Days, it's so beautifully made. I think, yeah. Also down and such, it's really well made. But yeah, it doesn't always mean well made is that you enjoy it, of course. It also needs to entertain you, right? As a normal person. If you are a normal watcher, the average Joe, a normal civilian, you have to be able to be entertained by it, right? In the end, manga is one of these interviews. There was this dude that says manga is a cheap form of entertainment back in the days, and it still is, I guess, because in Japan the manga books are way cheaper than in the West, which is way better. Then again, in French, Germany, Spain, their language manga is also cheaper than the English. Yeah, it's about the rights and shit or something about it. But yeah. Yo, Hart, welcome back to the show. NINJABOX is showing, and what did you eat today? How's it going, Hart? How's it going? Don't you have to sleep? What is it over there? 3 a.m. in the morning or something? How's it going, Hart? How is it going? But yeah, what was I saying again? Manga stuff. Here we're drawing eyes for the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge suggested by Ninjakees. Yo Killa, welcome back to the show. NINJABOX is showing, and what did you eat today? How is it going, man? How is it going? 3:20. Oh shit! Why are you still awake, man? Go to sleep. Now, welcome, man. How's it going? You cannot sleep? Are you watching some Gentai again? Well, it's all fine and dandy. Yeah, you're drawing the manga eyes for the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge. How long do we have left? 33 minutes. So yeah, I was going over there, ninjas. How is it going over there?
Noodles with anime. Noodles with anime.
Noodles with anime. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Yeah, I remember watching Naruto, and Naruto was always eating ramen noodles. And then because of Naruto, I also went making ramen noodles and then watching Naruto. Good old days, good old days. Yeah,
Just
man.
Came to say hi.
Yeah, thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in, Art. Is the music too loud? Let's see. I need another angle.
As always, when I watch your stream, fast food. Today we had
Oh.
KFC.
Oh shit.
As always, when I
No.
watch your stream, fast food. Today we had KFC.
Like Naruto, I'm inspiring you to get more fat. No. KFC sounds tasty, man. Sounds good. What did you get? Itadakimasu. Yeah, here I'm drawing for the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge. Yeah, it's been a while for me with KFC. Yeah, also Ninja-chan doesn't like it because she got poisoned once, I think, by it. But I don't mind some KFC, man. I don't mind it at all. Nice crunchy chicken. My favorite is, I guess, just the burger or something, or the boneless pieces maybe. Or the bone pieces. Also a bit spicy. I enjoy KFC. Not sure what you're into. The Zinger burger, what's it called? Yeah, sometimes you have the cheaper burgers. Yeah, it's been a while.
Wings, some chicken tenders,
oh yeah, hot wings.
fries,
Yeah, the
and
hot
2
wings.
small burgers. Bucket
Nice.
hot wings, some chicken
Yes.
tenders, fries, and 2 small
Hey,
burgers.
sounds good, man. Now you're making me hungry. Now today we ate a zuurkool, sourkool. What's it in English? With a sausage. And I also ate some leftover bami with 3 eggs, I believe, for the protein. Well, yeah, man, sounds good. Enjoy that KFC.
What you think? What flavor of ramen is best?
What
you think,
flavor?
what flavor of ramen is best?
Flavor. I enjoy the beef ramen. I enjoy some beef ramen, also some black garlic. Not sure what my favorite flavor is though. Like once this mate said, yeah, he had this nice package of beef ramen. I think I ate it at his house, and since because of him, I enjoy those ramen noodles, and I sometimes still get it when we are at the toko, like where you can get other ramen noodles. It's like this brown beef package. I can show it when we're done with this if I don't forget. You have to remind me. But those beef ramen noodles are, I think, one of my favorites. I also got like the bulldog some time ago, but some were really spicy, like super spicy. I think I even have some videos on Ninjakees TV somewhere. That's my other channel. I think I uploaded like maybe 1 or 2 videos. But yeah, it's not really that important. How long do we have left? 29 minutes. Maybe the eyes are too small.
Just do it!
I was also in Indonesia where they made the ramen noodles fresh from the dough. So they had like this dough, they were making it basically from scratch.
Nice.
I think that's also really tasty with ramen noodles. I'm not too picky with ramen noodles actually. I do think I prefer the normal ramen over the udon. Like the udon are like the thick ramen noodles. Like, and it's not like I don't like the udon necessarily. Like, but if I could choose, I think I prefer the thinner ones over the other one. But yeah, overall I'm not so picky with the ramen noodles. I do prefer it with meat or fish. So mostly when making the ramen noodles, if I make it myself, let's say, I do put mostly eggs in it, or champions like mushrooms.
By the way, we have a little update. We moved from Venice and now live just outside Breeder's smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat.
All the way over there.
By the way, we have a little update. We moved from Venice and now live just outside Breeder's smiling face with open mouth.
Oh, that's cool, man. Congrats. You recently went there or what? I think my restream is all the way there. Yeah, I guess you got a good deal, eh? Sounds good. So why all the way there? Is good house prices over there? Or you got wait, where didn't you buy a house in Pernis before? Yeah, the house prices increased, so maybe you got the better deal, eh? A better deal? Yeah, the house prices are crazy. Yeah, man. Like you had to be born in 90. Yeah, you see the memes like you have to be born in 1960 or something to buy a house. At least over here, prices are insane. But hey, maybe you got a good deal. That's good then. A good deal.
Beginning of December we moved. A good deal indeed. House prices are better and we now live more quiet and closer to nature. Face with tears of joy.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, closer to nature. That's nice. How is the neighborhood? Is it good? Any nice neighbors?
I also got a good deal on my first house. bought it back in 2018
Oh.
for 145k and sold it for 300k. Smiling face with open mouth.
Oh,
and
that's
cold sweat.
a good profit there. Did you also like? I hope for you guys that you got a better deal. Like you how do you say it? You went up and not down in terms of like what you had before, right? Like rooms or like let's say you start with one bedroom house, and then let's say you had 3 rooms before and now you have 1. But I assume you got the better deal. Oh.
Going to sleep.
What anime you gonna watch? Alright, good luck, Heart. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy your anime. Or other special anime. I think I have to draw these eyes a bit bigger to fill the space. Lots of eyes. Yeah, because let's say you buy a house like in 2010 for like 115k.
The house is small,
but and it's now
less costs,
oh.
etc. We went from a 3-bedroom house to a 1-bedroom house, but it's big enough for us too.
Oh. You went. It is smaller, less rooms, less cost. 3-bedroom house. Oh shit.
But also less costs per month, so more
yeah.
money left for fun stuff.
Well, I guess if it works out for you guys, then yeah, okay. More to nature, yeah. That depends also on your what you want, eh? You're now in the nature. Like yeah, at first I would like think like you go down grading, but yeah, if you save cost, like do you want to stay in this house forever or maybe get bigger later? Because now you have 1 bedroom and more floors, or yeah, like that it doesn't get like how do you say this? You have some of your own space as well, like yeah, I'm not sure if you need that, but for me personally, I would prefer also a separate room to like stream and draw, and you basically the man cave sort of, or the art cave, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, maybe you can save up yeah, for fun stuff, like you said. Closer to nature, you know, and yeah, I'm not sure if you're far from family now, or maybe sometimes it's also work, like if the work is closer, or yeah.
No, this is an in-between house. We are going to move once more in a few years to a detached house, bridge stance, with some land around it.
So it's a tactical decision to save more money. Yeah, because houses also the prices increase, right?
Not far from family because we still live in the Netherlands, so Rotterdam is only a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, so if something bad happens or something, you can easy, yeah, okay. Like let's say you had a 3-hour drive, yeah, okay, 45 is Not too far then. Like if you went all the way up, like in what's it called? Zwolle or something, or further. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Going to your own separate house.
I also have 2-bedroom house for sleep and one for my wife. You figures and manga grinning face with smiling eyes.
Oh, that's nice. But you live solo or one? Yeah, if you're solo, it's yeah. Like if you constantly in the same room, it can be. At least for me, sometimes I need my privacy, or at least that I can mindstorm, you know, and not be judged and shit. Just
the prognosis for the housing market is that it still is going to climb the coming years, so we have a big chance that we also sell this house with a profit again.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully everything works out then. Yeah, a freestanding home, that sounds good, man. You can always party, party, no annoying no annoying neighbors. Like maybe if you're a bit too close, but I guess if you more go to the like the boogies, what's it called? Like not in the city, more at
Me and my soul.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice, Heart. Your own little space. Yeah, like in the city, houses are more expensive. Like let's say you buy a house in Amsterdam versus like some farm somewhere. But sometimes some houses, they have a lot of like they might be cheap at the first look, but then you have to still do a lot to the house, right? Like rebuild the kitchen and walls, or everything looks a bit verkrekt. Like, did you have to do a lot of work with the house? Was it like verkrekt, or you could go move in right away, or you had to do still a lot of stuff to do? Because then the price increase. Also, yeah. Like, is it cheaper? Yeah, okay, you buy the house so that the house price increases, right? Like I was thinking, like, okay, maybe you can rent and save money, but then maybe that, yeah, I don't know. Maybe then you, yeah, lose the money. Yeah, you already had a house, so then it's like a lose situation, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Nah, never mind. I'm just. Yeah, like if you rent a particular, what's it called, from a person, some of those particular houses, like it's the price is so high that you could buy a house, or at least. Well, I'm not financial, but I. Like do you really have to pay 1,700 for like a bulk price? So for the house, like if you rent a house for 1,700 per month.
I must say we just got lucky. We now live in the most expensive municipality of North Brabant. Average houses here sell for around 700k. We have some stuff to do still, but it is livable. It is not a clue.
700k, but that must be a mansion then, or what? 700k, holy shit. You almost have to become a millionaire to yeah, buy a normal house.
$90 for house in Indian City.
Oh, that sounds not too bad. But what do you get for that? Indian. Isn't it really
How much do you pay for rent monthly?
over here? I think about 500 something. But this is not a particular
0.
yeah. At least you have a house. That's good, or a buy house. You bought a like. If you're a solo dude, you cannot buy a house, right? At least over here in the Nether realm, you have to have 2 people maybe, unless you earn like 4,000 euro per month clean without or not. If you have like they don't give you a loan, right? If they for a buying a house.
That's reasonable. Most rental homes near Rotterdam are around 800 to 1,100
Yeah, for that price.
monthly. We now pay just a little under 650 for mortgage.
Oh, that's not too bad. No, that's a good deal, man. Yeah, imagine you had to pay 1,500. Hey, but that's yeah, I think that's sounds a good deal. Do you have a garden or? Or you live in the air, in the sky, in the flat? Yeah, with the social, houses, you have to be lucky, because you barely get your. There's so many people in front of you waiting for a house. So with a social hiring a house, it's you barely get your turn because there are like so many people before you,
We have
and
a
sometimes.
tiny garden, about 6 mx 8m.
Oh yeah, okay.
Buy time to off my owl power smiling face with open mouth and tight lips.
See you later, Art. Good luck
But
and
only in the
sweet
front.
dreams. Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how often you use your garden, but some people are not garden people. They don't really care. Like I just prefer bricks. But yeah, if I could choose. I'm not really a farmer. Yeah, to do all that takes a lot of time to grow plants and shit. In a way, it's maybe nice, but it's a whole separate job. I feel I'm not really a farmer though, so. But yeah. Because you have to keep track of it, eh? It's not if you farm like vegetables and such. But I yeah, it's not really my my thing.
Slayer is live again.
Yo Giant, welcome back to the show. NINJABOX is showing, and what did you eat today?
Have the tiniest and cheapest home of the village, face with tears of joy. You forget the
but the houses near here are quite big. We have the tiniest and cheap. Oh. Well, if you yeah, make it yeah, it's fine for you guys, right? You forgot the man under the bed. Yes, heart of game, sweet dreams, and don't forget the man under the bed. Merc, that is. Yes, sweet dreams, heart. And yeah, good luck with your anime and your house and the ghosts.
NANI?
Wait, what go? Oh, that's why it was so cheap. Killa's house at Ghost is a ghost house. It's a haunted house.
NANI?
Uh-oh. Well, would you, if it's a known house, like let's say it's a really big house, right? And had like 5 rooms, it's the house you want to save for. It's the same price as the house you have right now, but it's haunted. Would you then still get it?
They want to hunt you.
It's at a creepy place. I'm not sure where, but let's say it's at a creepy place, and it's known to be haunted by the town/city where it is. And many people already died in the house. Actually, the previous owner died. That's why it's so cheap. But would you get a house that was, well, where they say it is haunted? But for a cheap price. So let's say 100k. No, let's make it lower. 80k. Yes, 80k.
No, not even when they give it to me for free. Smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat. It give here our ghost. NATO headquarters in Maastricht.
What? So you would not get the ghost house? Yeah. I wonder if Yo Dante, welcome back to the show. NINJABOX is showing, and what did you eat today? So the question right now is, would you get a house that's super cheap, but it's known to have or the people say they had ghosts and such. It's a haunted house, they say, and the last owner died in it, and the previous owners also died in it. So since so far every owner died in the house.
Ninja favorite food cool.
Sour cool.
Nope, but I would watch from outside with some popcorn to see the people who do get it struggle with the ghosts.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe they see you watching then, and then, you know, you might attract the ghost then. Yeah, that would be a ghost house. Yeah.
Keep it up, Ninja.
I mean, if that's your only option, would you still then get it? I don't know.
I don't care. Call me the Watcher. They can leave the premises cause they are stuck in the house, right?
Well, I'm not sure if they are stuck, but it's more like some crazy shit happens in there. Like it's haunted. Would they be stuck? I wonder. Yeah, I get, even if you're not stuck, you have to come back to your house, right? to because it's your house. Where else do you go and become a hobo? Well, yeah. A haunted house. If you have like an alone standing house, it also might be a bit creepy if there's nothing else around you. Like sometimes you have these farmer houses and it's pitch dark outside in the night. But then easily there can be crazy shit can happen and no one knows. But hey, at least you can party. Yeah. You have like
But
these...
yeah, to come back to why we did it, just build up more profit, save some more money and in due time buy a slightly bigger house but with more land around it for sure.
Yeah, that sounds good. How much is it even these days? Maybe it depends where you get it. Like a... is it like then a sort of at a farmland house? Or like do you prefer more in the city or when you get to that point more near in the city or a village? Or more like a bit distance to a bit of the farm like with the farming houses they have a lot of land and then but it's a bit further from the rest of the humanity. You have to drive a bit far for groceries and such. Well, at least, yeah, you can maybe farm yourself, having a few chickens or meat or something. I'm not sure if you're into that, but some people might do that then. Yeah, a separate house would be nice. Well, yeah, if you have a car, you can still reach the rest, eh? If you're not... what's the word? Afhankelijk from public transportation. Then it's... yeah. Oh shit, only 2 minutes left. Oh, I should definitely fill up this page though. I forgot to add the screen tense. Ah well. Yeah. A standalone house would be really nice. Like I sometimes walk outside and you have these rich neighborhoods where they have like alone standing houses
From the city,
with like
village, big plot of land with a house big enough for us, some space for maybe some goats or something. Just the smaller life with privacy and nature around.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, these houses were, well, they building new houses. Like at first there was like Weiland, and then a few weeks later there's just a whole house standing there. or you haven't been there for a while and then suddenly there's a lot of houses in a row, but they are all separate. Like yeah, alone standing houses. Some look real nice, and but yeah, I think the prices of those houses are insane. They probably built it themselves, or
but
let someone.
In Japan, a house like that is around 400k / 450k.
A lone standing house. Oh, that doesn't sound. I think over here the houses are. That's the normal price for a normal house. And then you get a alone standing house. Sounds like a good deal, but yeah. I wonder what the over the years how if it will change. Do you want to buy a house, or not like build it yourself, right? Or let someone build it? I think that's probably way more expensive to let a house be built. Some people do it.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
more affordable here still. But lately the prices are going up also because of the people fleeing the cities and willing to pay more money. Smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat.
Oh. Wait, shouldn't the houses then go cheaper because people are leaving? Like, huh? So people fleeing to the cities and then the prices go up. Is it like it's supposed to get cheaper because people don't want to live there then?
No, just buy a house. Building a new house in this time is a 550k minimal.
Damn. Yeah. It's crazy if you look like at old prices, like a house used to be like 50k or something. And now it's 10 times. Crazy, yeah. Or you buy two houses,
no,
and you rent one.
Demand. There are less houses here and more people wanting to move here, so the prices shoot up.
Yeah, I guess the earlier you're there, the cheaper it is, like you guys right now, right? So maybe in a year, the house that you have now is, people have, it's higher, the price. You should have bought it when you were 4 years old. Yeah. Before you were born. You had to buy a house. Yeah, for a lot of people it's just not really, like, cannot buy a house, you know, because alone you cannot buy it, even though you earn a certain amount, but it's not enough. But you earn too much for the social hiring sector, so you have to go hire particular shit. But then that price is super high because they can almost choose their prices themselves, right? So then you pay like 1700 or whatever for a house, even though with that price you could technically buy it, but then the bank doesn't give you a loan because you don't earn enough a loan or whatever. Or you technically could pay it, but they prefer, if you have two people, to have more stability to give you the loan. Or like, that's correct, right, or not? Or is it just like, I'm not sure in your country, but over in the Netherlands, sometimes I speak to a mate that about it, and it's really hard to buy a house alone if you're alone. even though you have the money technically, but the bank wants to have a assurance that you will be able to finish paying it, right? So not exactly like you guys already had bought a house, right, earlier on, so you already have put some coin in well, your last house, right? And then you sell the previous one, and then you get a you also have to be a certain amount of time in the house, right? Like 2 years or something. Not exactly sure how it works, but you can probably tell me that better. Like if you earn a certain amount.
Well, I did both my mortgages on just my salary alone. Nux is just playing housewife face with stuck out tongue and winking eye.
But you get only a certain amount of like what's the max you can borrow? Like 300k. Could you do that? Yeah, maybe you earn a lot, so then it's different. For like could you get like 300k alone, or well, because now's to get a normal house you need about 300k, I believe. I checked on Funda not so long ago, but like this one house was about 300k, I think, for a normal house with a first floor and then 3 rooms and then a attic, you know, with a room on the attic. So a standard house over here, at least in the Netherlands, or a basic family house, let's say. Maybe it also depends on where though. Like I guess, yeah, more off the grid, it's cheaper probably, like you said. But there were also some cheaper houses, but then you have to it's totally verkrekt. Like you have to build a lot, and then it's probably 100k on top of it for rebuilding the kitchen, the walls, and some is really antique kind of house style. How it's the bricks and such. They look a bit creepy in a way that it's old. Like if you go to a really
based on my salary, this could get around 200k. But if I sell this house for 300k, I also have a profit of 160k. So technically, I could buy a new house for 3, 4, 5,
yeah, okay, then
50k because of the profit.
Yeah, you have a good deal then because you already had a house, and then you can use that house to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you start from scratch without having a house yet. Yeah, then now these days it's but you're yeah, it's good that you already had a house, so you can do that and take that opportunity.
I could buy my first house for cheap and took the profit with me to this house, so to speak.
Yeah, so you were earlier there when it was cheap. Yeah, so you have yeah, let's say you start now from scratch. Yeah, then it's yeah. You had to buy earlier. Yeah, hey, you're lucky. That's good. You already did that before, and now you can profit from it. Yeah. But people that are just starting out.
If I would start from scratch today, I could get around 220k, but you can only buy a very cracked house or a barn for that money.
Yeah, and that's a bit of the problem, because the social hiring is hard to get your turn, or you have to pay a lot for was it particulier wonen? Huisjesmilkers, right? And so with the social shit hiring, you have to wait a long time, so you almost not get a turn. And with the other one, it's expensive, and buying is, well, yeah, you get verkek shit. So it's all fucked up. Yeah. Unless you were born earlier. Anyways, yeah, these are the girl eyes. Let's see, where is it? A bit longer, but we finished the girl eyes here. For the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge. Alright, these are the eyeballs, some a bit bigger than others and pairs. So here is eye number 1. Eyes number 2, this is a pair of eyes. Eye number 3. Eye number 4. Eye number 5. Eye number 6.
The waiting lists for social living is way too long in this country, and sorry to say, but all the refugees are also not helping this situation.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. 11 over here. Number 11. Number 12, number 13, which is a pair, number 14, also a pair of eyes, and number 15. So these were the eyes of the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge suggested by Ninjakees to draw girl eyes. This is number 52. So yeah, let me know your favorite. Hopefully you enjoyed these eyeballs and practice along with your drawings, maybe also eyes or not. Share them in the Discord as well. Alright ninjas, these were the eyeballs for the 1 hour manga drawing practice challenge. Drawing the eyeballs suggested by Ninjakees, number 52. If you have also other body part suggestions for the next one, just let me know to practice the manga skills, the drawing skills for the next challenge. Thank you very much for suggesting this, Ninjakees. The next one is number 53, a 6-pack suggested by the Giant. Yes. Alright ninjas, thanks for joining once again, NINJABOX ishhh, and see you the next time. Ninjakees out.
Ninjakees.
Thanks for joining once again, NINJABOX ishhh, and see you ninjas the next time. Ninjakees out.